Hello and good morning. My name is Cody, also known as Just Two Eyes, and I need to stop doing that. That's Graham. I'm still used to you being over on the other side. Happy Thanksgiving. And I'd like to welcome you to day 27 of MAVEIN. Make a video every day in November. Last year, I didn't make a video on Thanksgiving because it was Thanksgiving and I had stuff to do. And I actually have stuff to do today, but I want to make up for lost times. And actually, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're eating a lot. And let me know what you're eating. I honestly want to know, what are you eating today? What's being made? Or what are you doing as service? Or are you just sitting on your ass watching TV like I plan to do today? But today I want to talk about Anime 101, the starter pack. Something to start you off in your anime glory if you are not an anime watcher. Which is kind of weird because just about everybody I know who's going to watch this watches anime. So I'm really just going to talk about what I like about these two animes. Now, Full Metal Alchemist is a really good anime. It's interesting, it's intriguing, but it doesn't get as much as it should in the way of boasting and boosting and talking about, because it is up there in the top echelons with like Naruto or Naruto, One Piece or One Piece. Even, I hate Bleach, but Bleach is way up there too. And you know, Full Metal Alchemist is in that section of like, but it doesn't get as much praise as it should, because when people talk about the show, it's like, yeah, it's this kid, and she did this thing, equivalent exchange, blah blah, his brother's soul is in this. But they don't really, the show has so much more to it. More than Naruto, in my opinion, and a little bit more than One Piece. I mean, in the way the depth is in the characters. And maybe because it has less characters, and I think that's really what it is. Because it's really only focuses on two people, and then all of the other characters, they're a constant bring up, they're a constant talk about. They're there, and they actually have to do with the way these two characters grow throughout the show. Don't get me wrong, other animes do this, but Full Metal Alchemist, for me, does it the best. Now, the two main characters of this is the Elric brothers. Edward and Alphonse, or Ed and Al, as they like to be called. Ed is the older brother, even though he's shorter. Well, not technically he's shorter. It just so happens that Al's soul is in a giant metal suit. So, it's funny. It works that a lot, and it works it funnily. Funnily is a word. Shut up. I'm not going to give away too much, but I'm going to talk about the grand scale and scope of the show. It is amazing what they come up with, the stuff that they do, the way alchemy works, and the way the characters interact with other characters and interact with the world itself that it's built around, which is Germany? Britain? Right? It's one of those places. Somebody correct me, please. And the whole point of the show is the two brothers trying to get back what they lost. And in Brotherhood, let me talk about Brotherhood for a second first. Brotherhood is the exact same plot element as FMA regularly, but it gives more to it. It takes away from certain moments, it adds to certain moments, it enhances certain moments, it dehances other moments. Shut up. And there's one story arc episode, or whatever you want to call it, in particular, that Brotherhood does gives a service to that I wish it did in the original Full Metal Alchemist. It's with Nina and her dog and her dad, who is also the doctor. Is it her dad? Because I don't remember. It got a little confusing after a while, but you know who I'm talking about. For those of you who watched it, yeah, that's. And then another moment that happens that Full Metal Alchemist did better than Brotherhood is when a certain person dies. And at the funeral, not gonna say who it is, but for those of you who know who it is, that's, oh god, it hurts. It hurts so bad, but it's so good. Samurai Champloo. Samurai Champloo is one of those shows that's it's just nice. It just feels so good to watch. Now, when people talk about the show and they bring it up, it's like, oh, it has a hip-hop vibe with a swordsman who can break dance. And that's what usually sells people. But it does have more to that, of course. But it's not as deep or as layered as I'd like it to be. But it still works. It's still really good. It's still a fun watch. Now, what a lot of people consider the main character, he's really not. It's kind of a trio. But Mugen, voice acted by Steve Blum. Now, Steve Blum, he's in everything. You know how when you watch animes or anything, you hear the voice actor from something. It's like, oh, what else did he play in? Steve Bloom, everything. I'm pretty sure he's been on like 90% of every single anime in the world. I'm only saying 90% because there's a lot of anime out there. So 90% of it is a fair bet. Steve Bloom's everywhere. But my question about Steve Bloom is, why does most of his characters look the same? Like, he did Spike from Cowboy Bebop, Roger Smith from Big O, Mugen, and a lot of other characters. And why do they, you see that, right? You see that. I thought, but he doesn't look like that at all. I thought they kind of based it off how he looked whenever I saw his different characters. But no, he doesn't look like that, so maybe it's just something he was like, hey, can you make the character with that nose? That'll make me happy. And that's it. Like, maybe that's his trademark. Now, aren't you happy that I only talked about 2 animes? Because if once Cody gets started on something that he's actually interested in, it's... You know, my friends know. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry. But anyway, hope you guys are having a wonderful Thanksgiving. Let me know everything that's on your mind and what you're doing and how you're feeling. This is the typical outro that I do because it's Thanksgiving. Why, you know, this... But you know what I say. If you've seen my other videos, you know what I say. So just take care of yourselves. Have a good time. Don't eat or drink too much. So, yeah. You can exit the video anytime. I might be doing this for a while. I love you if you made it to the end.